Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Rachel. Thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. So starting off the new year, I wanted to sit back and tell you guys an experience because about a year ago, maybe in a couple weeks, it'll be exactly a year, I attended therapy. For the first time in my life, I decided to go to therapy. It's something I always thought about, something I kind of went back and forth with, whether like deciding if I needed it or should I just go to church, or, you know, I grew up a Christian, so it's always like, go to church, you can pray, you know. So I finally decided to attend counseling, and it was a really good experience for me, and I'm thankful for it because I feel like had I not went a year ago, I probably wouldn't be here today doing exactly what I'm doing. A year ago, I was just in a really depressed place, to be honest. To be completely honest with you, I was not happy with my life. I wasn't happy with where I was. I wasn't happy with the choices that landed me where I was. I just was not a happy person. And I needed help. I needed help to get myself out of the hole that I digged myself into. And friends, talking, journaling, nothing was helping me. But I also was not into wellness, and I was not living my best life at that time as well. I wasn't eating right. I wasn't working out. I wasn't working on any passion projects. I wasn't really doing what I needed to be doing to get myself out of that rut. And because I went to therapy, I think that was something that really, really helped me. At the time, I was working for Alaska Airlines, and I had full benefits, insurance, and things like that. And because of that, which I'm so thankful for today, I was able to receive 6 free counseling sessions, which was awesome. Because first of all, therapy starts at $125 a session, and that was really expensive for me then, and it's still expensive for me now. So a lot of people cannot afford to go to therapy. So I feel like if you're in a position where you're able to afford to go to therapy, or you have insurance and it covers a certain amount of sessions, I would definitely take advantage of it because I'm so thankful for it and I'm so grateful for it. It didn't happen overnight. It wasn't a quick fix by any means. Was it like, oh, I went to 6 therapy sessions and I was completely quote unquote fixed, which I think a lot of people expect from therapy, but it was something that was so beneficial. It's great to have someone that you don't know to give you an opinion, to be able just to share things with. It was a great, great experience. So I'm going to give you my top tips to help you get the best out of therapy. So if you're like me, I had limited amount of sessions. I didn't have, unlimited amounts. I couldn't just keep going. It was something that I knew was going to be, okay, you have 6 sessions that are free. After that, you're going to have to pay $125. So what do you want to do? How can I maximize my time with a therapist? So I am a type A personality, period. So I already go into something and I think about everything. I'm always in my head. I'm a thinker. So I knew what I wanted to get out of my therapy and I knew what I was looking for. So I just want to share some tips with you in case you're in a situation where you do have a limited amount of therapy that is covered or taken care of. I want to give you the best tips so that you can go into the session and get the most out of it, okay? So number 1, we're going to start with identifying your counseling goals. So if you're going to counseling and you're going to start, you want to know where you want to start. I'm 26 years old, so I had so many chapters of life that I could have started at. I would think about whatever affects you the most, whatever bothers you the most, whatever, even if it's about yourself or if it's about your family or if it's about your friends. Go in with like a list of 3 things that you really want to talk about, 3 things that you really want to express, 3 things that you really want to receive insight on or a professional opinion on. Just go in knowing what you're looking to receive and knowing what you want to get out of it before you even start, okay? So number two is going to be preparing for your sessions, okay? So really think about, okay, this week it was hard for me to do this, or this week this issue came up, this week this was bothering me, this reoccurred. Just knowing what you're feeling, knowing what's important to you, knowing what battles you're fighting, just being clear and preparing for each session. For mine personally, I went 6 weeks straight. We created a time and a date, and I was there every day. I mean, not every day, but once a week for 6 weeks. So that was me planning, and I would have homework, I would have things that I would have to do. So just preparing and making your therapy session a priority in your life. Number 3, knowing that therapy will not, quote unquote, fix you. Okay? First of all, you're not broken. You're not a broken person because you need to go to therapy. So please throw that away. Release that from your mind. You're not broken. We all have issues. We all need help. We can all use therapy to become a better person, to live a happier, healthier lifestyle. You don't have to be a broken person to attend therapy, okay? So just remove that from your mind, all right? Number 4 is keep your sessions private, okay? Whatever you talk about with your therapist, you don't have to tell that information to your mother or your father or your sister or your significant other unless you want to. But I would also recommend that you, once you speak about something, I would say work through it. Go through a couple sessions before you're able to really go out, because your therapist may say something to you and you're going to go back and run and tell your mom that, and you're going to offend her, or you're going to tell your significant other, whoever it is. You might say something that may hurt, that you guys haven't developed all the way through. It may be a work in progress, and that might just be a thought for you that was given to you to help you think about other things. So keep what you talk about in therapy private. Just dwell on it. Think of it with yourself. Write it down in a notebook. Just, don't go back and just divulge everything right away. All right? My last tip is don't wait for a crisis to seek help. Don't wait until you can't get out of bed in the morning. Don't wait until you're losing weight. Don't wait. If you know that you're not feeling 100%, everyone deserves to be at their best. I mean, not every day is gonna be a perfect, sunny, bright day, but for the most part, we should be, I feel like 80% at least. Every day you should be feeling your best. And you don't want to wait until you get to the point where you're so depressed or you're so sad that it's too late. It's like you're on the edge. You're on the edge. It's like, don't wait. If you know that something's not right and you know that you're not enjoying activities that you used to like, or you're not going places that you used to like, don't wait, okay? It's never too late. There's nothing wrong with seeking help. And if you can't afford therapy, I feel like you should always do your research, see what options are available, see what's available in your area, see what resources you can find. I will actually do my own research and try to see if I could put some numbers or anything in this link of this video, just in case you are in a dark place right now and you do need help and you don't know how to ask for it, or you're embarrassed or you're ashamed. There's nothing wrong with being depressed. There's nothing wrong with being sad. What's wrong is when you stay that way. And if you don't work towards fixing yourself and really optimizing your life and your potential. Life is really short, and you should be feeling good about it. You should be feeling good about yourself. Despite, the circumstances that you're going through at this moment, it does get better, and you will see a light at the end of the tunnel. So one thing I did want to share with you is that counselors don't offer diagnosis or treatment plans. Counseling is a place to gather clarity, stay motivated, receive encouragement, and a new perspective. That's something that's awesome. It's just to hear what someone else may have thought about something, or something that you might have missed, or something that you weren't able to see because you're so wrapped up in whatever's bothering you. I think it's beneficial. I'm thankful for it. I'm not ashamed to say that I went to therapy. If I could afford it, one day I probably will go, maybe at least once a month. I just think it's great to have somebody to talk to and listen to. Another point that this brings me to is, I feel like when you start counseling, I think it's good to have an end date in mind, because of course the counselor, it's their job to help you feel better, but you don't want to become dependent. You don't want to become dependent on someone but somebody basically making you feel like they're fixing you. You want to be able to grab tools from whatever your counselor or your therapist tells you. You want to be able to create a toolkit. That's what I did. I went in and I'm like, this is what's bothering me, A, B, and C. What do I fix? How do I have a solution for it? Like I said, I'm a type A personality and I'm kind of a control freak. So I am, you know, in control of what I'm like, this is what's bothering me today. This is what I want. How do I do this? How do I deal with this? What do I do if this makes me feel this way? I had all types of tools, like writing letters to people, or reading books, or I did a lot of my own homework because that's just my personality. But me and my therapist, I had a really great time. I chose a male, and it was a really interesting experience, and I was glad that I had the experience, and it was helpful. It was helpful to hear a different perspective. He was an older male. He was actually Caucasian. So it was a really great relationship that we built. We did a lot of talking, and he told me a lot of things too. It's not just you going in and spilling out all these things. It's an actual dialogue. You're going back and forth with someone. So I think that it's awesome. I'm for it. I'm pro therapy. I'm pro, you know, getting help if you need it, because a year ago I was not here, and I'm so blessed and I'm so thankful that I'm able to be here, and I'm happy that I made this YouTube channel. And I just want to share with anybody, because Instagram looks great and everyone looks happy on Instagram, but no one ever gets on Instagram and says, I'm in therapy and I need help. So I want to change that, and I want to make therapy acceptable for everyone, for all races, for all cultures. It's okay to talk to somebody and seek resources and to seek a different perspective on your life. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was beneficial to someone. Like I said, I will do my own research and leave some links, some 1-800 numbers to find therapy. I also hear Talkspace is awesome. I haven't tried it because, like I said, I went to therapy for 6 weeks and I gained enough in that 6 weeks because I knew that I couldn't afford to keep coming. So I was diligent to make a plan for myself, to be able to assist myself and build a toolkit. And my toolkit for me included wellness, and that included self-care, which is working out. I changed my diet recently. I practice self-care every week, and vlogging and talking to people and expressing how I feel and journaling. I created my own survival toolkit, and I think that it's mandatory, and we can all use a little self-care and all can use some wellness. So that is that. Like I said, thank you so much. I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Please leave any questions underneath or find me on Instagram. My name is Miss Ziegler, MISZEIGLER. It's either here or here on this side. Please find me if you have any questions privately. DM me. I'm open, I'm honest, and I'm willing to share things. So thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.